Right now at 5, the UW Board of Regents are deciding the fate of former UWL Chancellor Joe Gao.
And a workshop is a total loss after a structure fire.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A University of Wisconsin System Personnel Committee met this afternoon to hear arguments of the final dismissal hearing of Joe Gao, UWL's former chancellor, who was fired last year after appearing in online pornography.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain was at that hearing in the capital city and joins us live with the details. Michael.
Ken and Emily, today's hearing looked vastly different compared to the last time we saw former UWL Chancellor Joe Gao. Firstly, today he was represented by a lawyer, and secondly, the hearing only lasted roughly 45 minutes. Now, with that said, there's still no final decision whether former UWL Chancellor Joe Gao will keep his tenure, and no solid timeline when the committee will make their decision. Since the Board of Regents fired him as chancellor in 2023, he's been on paid leave from his faculty position. He says after the roughly 45-minute hearing, he was disappointed that the Board of Regents had nothing to say.
UWL has the largest first-year class in the history of the university, and I was there for 17 years, and we worked really hard on that, and I knew all along one professor is not going to impact enrollments.
Whatever decision the committee makes will be final, and of course we'll continue to update you both live on air and online. Reporting live in Madison, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Michael.
Now, we had our parade that's supposed to kick off Applefest in the La Crescent area rained out last night. I know they still had some fun over at Timeout Tavern, but how's the rest of Applefest going to be looking this weekend, Greg?
I think overall it should be okay. Sunday's definitely going to feel the temperature change. We could see a little bit of shower activity going tomorrow afternoon or evening, but for the most part, I think it's going to be the temperature change coming this Sunday. Now, rainfall, we did have some rainfall, as Ken mentioned there. It was a little bit more hit and miss. Some areas did pick up quite a bit, and much needed rainfall, really, since we've been dry for the most part of September. But not all areas did pick up. If you see those two main areas, kind of north or west of La Crosse, and then there's an area towards southwest Wisconsin that actually picked up almost 1.5 inches plus. So much needed rain, but we could use more, but we're not going to get anything tonight. Overall temperatures, really, today we're in the 80s degree mark. For football, there's really no issues. Once again, we've had a fantastic stretch of weather for Friday night football, and it continues with temperatures lowering into the mid-60s for halftime, and for La Crosse, really same issues. Clearing skies, temperatures really lowering off as that comes out. That did not come up for it, but anyway, no issues to speak of. Otherwise, tonight we're going to see temperatures lowering back down a little bit cooler just because of less cloud cover, a little less moisture, but still very comfortable, pleasant for this time of year. Now later on, yes, this weekend we do have fall that will be coming here, so we're going to break down how summer Saturday looks, because then it's really going to feel like more fall come Sunday, and I'll explain why a bit later.
All right, quite a change this weekend.
Yep.
Thank you, Greg.
A workshop in the township of Nelson is considered a total loss following a structure fire. According to a release, the Buffalo County Sheriff's Office received a call of a structure fire on Mike Vernick Road last night. When crews arrived, they found a large workshop fully engulfed in flames. Fire crews were able to prevent the fire from spreading, but the buildings surrounding the shop sustained heat damage. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation.
The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is asking for help identifying a motorcyclist who fled from officers September 15th. The driver was on U.S. Highway 14 north of Viroqua at the time of the chase. These are some photos taken of him. If you have information on the motorcyclist's description or potential whereabouts, contact the Sheriff's Office at that number on your screen.
Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris is returning to the Badger State tonight for a campaign rally in Madison. It's the vice president's fourth visit to Wisconsin and the first to the capital city since announcing her campaign. Air Force Two is expected to touch down in Madison just after 5 p.m. and she'll take the stage around 6:30. The visit follows a recent Marquette Law School poll showing Harris with a 52-48 lead among registered registered Wisconsin voters.
Early voting is now underway in Minnesota. Minnesotans have 3 voting options this year: in person on Election Day or early voting either in person or by mail. Each ballot will have a tracking code, and all mail-in ballots must reach election officials by 8 p.m. on Election Day to be able to count. Now in Wisconsin, clerks yesterday began mailing absentee ballots to voters who have requested them. Now voters in the Badger State have until 5 p.m. the Thursday before Election Day to request an absentee ballot.
Every year, about 3 million older people go to the ER after falling, according to the CDC. Right now, a La Crosse County organization is working to reduce those numbers. This morning, the Fall Prevention Coalition hosted a free event at the Concordia Ballroom in honor of Falls Prevention Awareness Week. It offered health screenings, an indoor walking path, and expert advice on staying steady. One attendee says the advice was invaluable.
I've got so much information and so much good advice from, the people here and different agencies and things. It's wonderful.
Now, if you didn't make it to today's event, there's another one tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. also at Concordia Ballroom.
UW-La Crosse is recognizing some of its outstanding alumni. The Alumni and Friends Foundation at UWL is presenting awards to students from the classes of 1980 through 2015 this weekend. The awards given to those who have had distinguished and successful careers. Today's event was a discussion panel over at the Cleary Alumni and Friends Center. Each alum being honored answered some questions and shared their experiences from their time on campus.
Once you're alumni, you're family. You're an Eagle for life, and one of the ways that we can show our students that is by honoring our alumni and bringing them back to share their stories and their successes with our current students.
Tomorrow, the award ceremony will be held over in the Bluffs Ballroom Student Union. That will start at 9 a.m.
An update on the internal investigation for the attempted assassination of Trump.
How the head of the Secret Service is planning to change the way they protect presidents and former presidents. Next.
Make your tailgate tail great at Hy-Vee. Lay's kettle cooked or rolled gold, $1.99. Bacon wrapped sirloins, $2.99. And strawberries, just $1.99. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Their Bidenomics led to the highest inflation in 40 years, highest gas prices ever, skyrocketing interest rates, unaffordable housing, incomes down, unemployment rising, and a recession now headed our way. Yet Kamala Harris is clueless.
We are very proud of Bidenomics. Bidenomics is working.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere.
Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise. Get the updated COVID-19 vaccine at Hy-Vee. Schedule online today or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Plus, get your flu shot and earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The head of the Secret Service says the agency needs a complete overhaul of how it protects presidents.
This comes, of course, after the July 13th assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump at a Pennsylvania rally. Acting Director Ronald Rowe detailed the findings of an internal review today, acknowledging complacency among some agents and communication gaps with law enforcement personnel at the site.
The agency now plans to significantly expand its security perimeter around protectees, which Rowe says will require additional personnel, technical assets, and equipment. And he pointed to last weekend's incident at Trump West Palm Beach Golf Course.
What occurred on Sunday demonstrates that the threat environment in which the Secret Service operates is tremendous and under constant threat. This reality has necessitated that we significantly increase our protective footprint, and we've already begun to do so following the events of July 13th.
Today, House lawmakers unanimously approved a bill that would bolster Secret Service protection for major presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Rowe says former President Trump is currently receiving the same level of protection as President Biden.
The scandal engulfing North Carolina's governor's race is threatening to become a bigger problem for the Republican Party.
Nicole Killian is in Raleigh with more.
The political firestorm around North Carolina's Republican candidate for governor is intensifying, and Democrats are making sure the GOP feels the heat.
Donald Trump and North Carolina Republican leaders have known about his character and the kind of statements that he's made, his disrespect for women.
The scandal has mushroomed since CNN's explosive report linking Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson to sexual and racist comments on a porn site between 2008 and 2012. The posts were often under the username Minisolder, which CBS News has verified uses Robinson's photos and biographical information. Robinson denied the report and has vowed to stay in the race.
Those are not the words of Mark Robinson.
The scandal in this critical swing state could create a potential political problem for former President Trump, who has supported Robinson in the past.
I think you're better than Martin Luther King.
Because you aren't responsible.
The Harris campaign released a new ad highlighting former President Trump's links to Robinson.
Donald Trump and Mark Robinson, they're both wrong for North Carolina.
Polls show the Republican trailing Democratic rival Josh Stein, who called details of the CNN report beyond the pale.
Do you think he should drop out of this race?
I don't think he ever should have run. He is unfit, unsuitable, unqualified to be governor.
Republican strategist Doug High says Trump should distance himself.
Cut this guy loose. You have your own priorities.
Robinson was spotted for the first time outside of his home Friday since the controversy. He is not expected to attend Trump's North Carolina rally this weekend. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Raleigh, North Carolina.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Another quiet night of Friday Night Football, but we are watching for some storms for Saturday evening, along with a taste of fall on the first official fall day coming Sunday. We'll break it all down with you on the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride.
But I already paid.
It can be backbreaking work all day, every day, pretty much on your feet. So it burns me up when Eric Hovde says people in Wisconsin don't work hard. The guy is a multi-millionaire California banker. He has absolutely no idea what we're going through. He's living the high life out there in a big fancy house. He even brags about being in the 1%. Listen, don't come here and tell us we're not working hard when we are just getting by. Eric Hovde doesn't respect us at all. The guy's a straight-up jerk. ESTC is responsible for the content of this ad.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck.
Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. That's over $6,400 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
I don't need much. Just the chance to work hard and take care of my family. But Biden-Harris and the Washington Democrats have made that tough. Inflation is crushing us. Go to the parts store, the grocery store, the gas station. You feel it everywhere. And what has Tammy Baldwin done? Not a damn thing. She's been right there with them, raising taxes, spending more, backing Biden-Harris, hurting Wisconsin.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
Oh, I love this song so much. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Yeah, the good news is we do have some warm conditions for Saturday. Unfortunately, we have another system that will come through, so we are looking at kind of almost a repeat of what we had for Thursday evening. Maybe not quite as widespread, but still there's that threat going to be coming through. And it's really because of that system out just north of Montana. It's going to come through the Dakotas. That's the front that we're going to be watching to come further east as we get closer to Saturday. That'll bring some showers and thunderstorms along with the system to the south that's just not quite yet developed, but that'll actually kind of tie into our forecast too here for Sunday and Monday. But for tonight, we're looking just a little bit cooler, still above average. We should be a lot more 40s on the map, but we aren't. We're still around the low 50s in the colder spots, otherwise upper 50s, low 60s. Pleasant. Few more clouds, especially as you get closer to tomorrow morning. And that's why we're watching, because we're going to have that system getting approaching, and ahead of it, we'll have some cloud cover come in the morning. This might actually produce a few showers towards the morning as it gets closer right to the north. There's a little bit of a warm front boundary up there north of Eau Claire to Ladysmith. So those areas may see a few showers coming through from about 8 to about 11 a.m. So the rest of the area will just see a little bit of cloud cover morning, then probably the sun coming out late morning. The temperatures will begin to warm back up, and then we're going to keep an eye on towards the afternoon time frame where we're talking mainly after about 2 to 3 up to the north. Here comes the front. You can see the wind change there from going from southwest to northwest with the blue arrows there. Then by the time we get closer to 4 to 5 is when you're going to start seeing maybe a line or just an area of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area, kind of like about the same time frame as Thursday, although this is a little bit more scattered. Then as we go through the evening hours, this will continue to push east, so expect some occasional showers and thunderstorms. Behind Eau Claire and areas to the west, they'll probably start clearing out and being quiet after about 6 to 7. But then this area pushes further east of La Crosse as we get closer to about 7 to 8 p.m. And then later on, everything pushes east of the area, probably around about 8 to 9. Now, this could be some strong storms with that, maybe some small hill gusty winds due to the timing of it. So if you have activities outside, definitely keep track of it. Obviously, lightning will be a danger too as we go throughout. Most of the day should be fine, but after 2, it gets a little bit more interesting with regards to the showers and thunderstorms. There's your highs. Ahead of it, we can get up to the upper 80s. So we get that afternoon sun. We're going to warm up fairly quick, but once again, we'll have the thunderstorms in the afternoon, evening. Now fall comes Sunday, and look at these temperatures. A big drop back to the upper 60s to low 70s, even some mid 60s, even low 60s out there. So quite a difference because we do have a cold front that's going to be coming through, as I mentioned. Then we're going to have a system to the south that's going to stay primarily to the south. So precipitation going into Sunday is a lot more if you go further south, La Crosse, not much going north. But look at those winds out of the north. That's going to keep those temperatures cooler, more fall-like. But precipitation-wise, if you're south La Crosse, you're probably going to need the umbrella Sunday. North of it, probably not, and cloud cover will persist through Sunday night into Monday. The good news is we thought we'd see more rain come this weekend. Sunday, Monday, right now is not as much, and especially as you go further north, Eau Claire probably will see nothing at all. And then temperatures, they start off fall-like. Monday, Tuesday is where we should be, and then we kind of come back up to the mid-70s by midweek. And for right now, going into Oktoberfest, it is dry. That could change. I'm confident we're going to see mild temperatures. I'm not as confident with the precipitation quite yet. But this weekend, keep track of what you're doing Saturday afternoon for those showers and thunderstorms. Sunday, prepare for fall.
All right.
Got the fall flannel on a little prematurely today, but I'm ready.
You're in the spirit.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Ready? Thank you, Greg. When we come back, 30 years of Friends.
How fans could get a piece of the show to commemorate the milestone when we come back.
You may have noticed lots of construction going on near Mayo Clinic over the past year. On Mindful Monday, we are joined with a Mayo doctor to tell us how the new addition will impact patient care.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
When I called other lawyers, I wasn't even sure who was going to be representing me. Once I called BGR and talked to Brian, I felt secure immediately. I'm so glad that I called Bygoff and Rohde.
The liberal elite in Washington are running one of their own here in Wisconsin. A political insider who worked to elect liberals in California even supported a dark money group focused on defunding the police. Her name, Rebecca Cook, political operative bankrolled by the liberal elite. They handpicked her to help win back the House, trusted to elect liberal heroes like Mandela Barnes. They trust her because Rebecca Cook is one of them.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's fall tool sale is going on now. Shop our unbeatable selection and prices on great brands to help you tackle fall projects. Like $100 off these DeWalt tool batteries, now just $39. This Milwaukee brushless grinder with paddle switch, only $119. All GE light bulbs are on sale, 20% off. And maintain vehicles and equipment with 14-ounce tubes of Blain's brand multi-purpose grease, just $189 for rewards members.
Find value at Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference because you get this one chance to get this right, and you want somebody that's going to fight for you and get you the resolution that you need. I'm so glad that I called BGR.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
You can own a piece of TV history.
That's right. Costumes, furniture, and other props from the popular TV show Friends are on the auction block. The auction celebrates the iconic show's 30-year anniversary.
There are 110 items up for bid. They include a studio-made reproduction of the couch the Friends characters sat on at the Central Perk Coffee House and a Central Perk sign. Costumes include sweaters worn by Chandler and Monica, Joey's striped shirt, and Phoebe's embroidered coat. Bidding already underway for items that organizers say are one of a kind.
Those characters are still hilarious, relatable, and stylish. And that speaks to the show's enduring appeal and how much its fans love it and want to have a physical part of it in their lives.
Now, all of the items in the Friends, the one with the 30-year anniversary auction will be sold Monday starting at 1 p.m. Eastern at Julian Studios in Los Angeles and online at juliansauctions.com.
All right, a clever name for the auction.
Did you see that creepy troll they had up for auction?
Yeah.
I don't know what episode that's from.
I was going to say, I'm not enough of a Friends aficionado to know which one that was from.
Same.
But
hey, if you guys are into it and you got the information right there.
Yeah, and there are over 100 items, so you're bound to get one of them.
Exactly. Okay, we'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
I don't trust Derek Van Orden to make decisions around my medical care. Everything was normal up until my ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family in my home state, and that felt very deeply wrong to me. I am a conservative. I am scared for extremists like Derek Van Orden to be in office.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Made in America. What does it mean? It means craftsmanship. It means quality. It means value. And it means jobs. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we're dedicated to bringing you furniture made in North America. And now, during the Made in America sale, you'll find special savings on bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Canadell. Sofas and sectionals from Flexsteel, Smith Brothers, and other quality makers. If it's made in America, it's on sale. See the quality, enjoy the savings. Now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
It's that time of year again. Oktoberfest is back with 4 days of fun. Join us for the parades, craft beer, games, tapping of the Golden Keg, and much more. New this year, Sunday is Community Day with free admission. Join us September 26th through the 29th at the Oktoberfest grounds. Das Beste.
I'm not old enough to vote yet, but I learned how 1 out of 6 of us will someday be raped.
So please, think about me when you vote. I learned how our freedom to have an abortion was taken away.
Even in cases of rape or incest.
Even to travel to get an abortion.
Please, think about me.
You know who got rid of Roe v. Wade.
Now women are being refused life-saving care at hospitals. And politicians are trying to ban birth control. Please, think about me. My parents call me their miracle daughter because I was born with IVF.
But IVF could be banned too. Do they think we're less than human?
Do they think we can't make decisions about our own bodies? About our own lives? When you vote, please think about me.
And me. And me.
Because the politician who got rid of Roe v. Wade, he couldn't care less.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
All right, another beautiful early Friday night, a little bit warmer than past weekends, but still overall no issues. Temperatures back in the 50s to near 60. Then it does get a little more interesting Saturday, thunderstorms afternoon, Sunday falls back.
But hey, enjoying tonight.
That's
it's
right.
Beautiful out.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 6.